I am your host this evening, Retrovisions on Twitch, YouTube, and Kick. We're back at it again. Pulled up a new seed, hoping for the best. Feel free to chat in the chat room if you like. If you like what you see tonight, consider a follow or a like. Or a sub on YouTube, which I don't think costs anything. It's a weird way of saying a follow, but it's how they do it. We're going to suit up our seed for the evening. Let's see, the 12th is today. So we have, let's see here. There it is. There's the 12th. So we're going to load it up real quick, get ready to kick off. Couple things that we normally do on this stream. Apparently the first thing I do is fight with the controller. But my controller's been pretty good lately, to be honest. It's kind of unusual that it wants to act up right now. Let's see here. Game detection. There we go. Every now and then it does have a little bit of a glitch, but we'll get through it. Back to what I was saying. Tonight, once again, we are going to be RET for Retro. It's going to be a 20-piece randomizer, trying to get 20 pieces of the Triforce. Once we get 20, we can go back to the old man and finish out the game. We are the Eggplant. We are Sword ashore this evening, like usual. We will have the sword to begin with. Hopefully everybody's got something good to drink this evening. Grab your favorite snack. Feel free to just kick back and relax. This is what I call the chillest Zelda stream on the channel, which is just my opinion. What's one crazy guy's opinion when he's just running around a whole village looking for a hammer. But that's what we're doing this evening. We're going to kick it off in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And we're going to start off like we normally do at our house. First piece up is a boomerang. So let's get the boomerang up on the board. Okay. It is kind of an open world type of situation also, where we can go to almost anywhere. Only place we're not going to be able to get to right off the bat is going to be the mountain. Nor do we have access right now to the Dark World. A couple of things we need to get to the Dark World this evening will be a Moon Pearl. We need the mirror. Hammer and gloves would be a very big help with that. So may we have the opportunity this evening to get early access to the Dark World. Okay, we are already up to Master Sword already. So that is what we see here as a number 2 sword. Early Master Sword is nice. If we get boots, then we can do Agar out of the mountain and work our way into the Dark World that way. So we do have a couple of possible options. Now, an item that usually gets me trolled early on is the lamp. There's no reason why I would not think that the lamp would be trolling me this evening. Kind of what I expect from that type of item. So hopefully we will find the hammer early on and the lamp. If we do not get the lamp early on, we will come back to the castle and do the back of escape. Last time I tried to do this solo by myself, it was a complete dumpster fire. I wish not to do that again. And here's our Master Sword at full strength, which will make killing enemies tonight quite a bit easier. So we got 2 keys early on. Back into this, going down to the dungeon will be most likely items, since we got all the keys early on. It's also going to save me a lot of headache when I go into places and going into positions I probably should not be in, like that. My goal also is to make 700 rupees this seed, which will cover both, actually all three things for the night. The merchant over in the village, it will get me through the Goodwill, where Zora's flippers are normally in vanilla Zelda. And when we get to the Dark World, we'll have access to the game where we have the chest. We usually can pull an extra item out of there. So that gives us 3 options for items this evening. Like I said, I'm not going to mess around since I have this sword, and I would have been quicker just knocking out the throwing the pots, but when do you get an early Master Sword? Okay, so we start out here with a heart piece. No, we have 3 bombs, so we can do all 3 checks that I normally would like to start when I only have 3 bombs. I can head to I could head down to the Thieves' Hideaway. We can do the waterfall, not waterfall, Wishing Well Cave. And I can also bomb out 1 building that will give me access to mine myself some more bombs. So we will have access to pretty much unlimited bombs if we want to before we leave this village. We can get back up to 10 and be good to go. So that's my first placement of the evening. That opens up 1 more check. So we get a heart piece, Triforce piece, another heart piece, and another heart piece. So quickly up to 4 hearts. Usually we get a bunch of hearts, or a bunch of magic, or a bunch of arrows early on. And we're a little more than halfway to where we need to be to deal with the merchant. So boomerang and bombs are what we have early on. We will make the best of that situation. At least we have bombs. Nothing more annoying than coming over here without bombs and not knowing how you're going to get yourself around it. We'll throw the bomb. We're up to blue mail. Another heart piece. So this is going to be heart early on, and I'm hoping the back end of this will be Triforce happy. There's the Moon Pearl. And we got 300 rupees as well. So if we can get ourselves into Dark World. Let's see here. Is this game actually trying to keep up a little bit on Nah, I wouldn't say it's trying to keep up on the finds we get. Some of the things I like to just do for fun, we're going to go check out Pot Chicken. There's a pot and there's a chicken. So Pot Chicken's doing quite well. We let him out. He's good to go for the rest of the seed. We got 1 bomb left. I'm just going to work my way down over here to this little hut where I can bomb it out, and I can fish out 4 bombs every time I go in there. I can also field out 5 extra. So we get 1, 2, 3, 4 bombs and 5 arrows. I'll do that 1 more time, so we'll have 8 bombs ready to go. And we can finish out what's left. And we'll also start building up a little bit of reserves for arrows, so when we find the bow, we will be ready to go. Get my rupee along the way. We'll bomb out over here and see what we find. This is where we normally Pick up a chicken and try to throw it through a wall. Rarely do I ever have any luck with that, to be honest. But we already did with the merchant. Now we're more than halfway towards the Goodwill. I'm not going to bother with sick kids since I don't have a bottle. Some more bombs, so now we are full of bombs ready to go. Okay, we don't have much of anything else to work with at the moment. We'll look at the library, see if library has anything that I want to come back for. There's my bottle. Something tells me we're going to find another bottle before we come back for that one. But we'll keep it in mind because that would open up sick kid if we need to down the road. Keep thinking these kids are standing around just trying to avoid each other, and some eggplant just shows up to the house and blows the hell out of a wall, and now you gotta go explain to your parents when they get home why there's a big hole in the wall. And good luck explaining that, hey, an eggplant just randomly walked in my house and blew up the wall. That's the type of excuse that gets you into more trouble. So, with that said, we're going to head out. Usually Grasslands is the next spot I go to. I can go to the water depot. We go to the water depot, we can drain the pond. Plus there's a chest inside of it. 5 more arrows. And we're almost already at the point now where we'll have a full 30 arrows ready to go. And this is why I like having the Master Sword this early on. I don't need to fight with 90% of the stuff this early in the game. Just my opinion, just what I like not having to deal with. Usually also I like to pick up the fish after this and take it to a safe spot. Usually he gives us something a little extra, like magic or heart or something. Nothing of real value, but it's just nice doing something nice for the community. Just how I normally am. So, in that respect, so now we'll see what's sitting in the pond. Hopefully something decent. The flute. So when I come back to deal with Sick Kid, I will be able to deal with the flute. You leave me alone. Can't you see I'm trying to pick up? And this is called Retro's chasing after a fish and getting absolutely nowhere in a hurry. But the fish does appreciate that you made the effort for him. And he gave me full freaking magic. It's a shame I already got that, but that's a nice touch coming from the fish. So now we are going to head down. We have Mini Moldorf Cave to deal with. And along with Mini Moldorf, we'll be able to do there's a bomb, I'll take that. And I'm just gonna, well, that makes life easy on me. Nothing good there. You think you're gonna come over there and no. So now we get 5 more checks. Here's my mushroom. So we will be on mushrooms this evening. With the fire rod, Triforce piece, and staff. So let's take a second and update this. Staff, mushroom, and fire rod. Okay, that's a good start. I'll take that. We get half magic. sure that'll do some good too. How about I don't completely just die right here? Okay. Not gonna give me anything. I thought I would get something for that. There is a couple of places I can fake flip it to get that for. Boy, this is gonna be a bomb-heavy seed I'm noticing. Let's see here. Don't think this gives me anything. I'll just give myself more lobsters to attack. We get one check here, and I'll probably just bounce out so I don't completely die at this point. There's the book. Desert's available to us if we want it. Also, I believe we have access now to the tablets if we had the mirror. Because we have both the book and the Master Sword. So we are going to leave out here. Let's think. Since I do not have glove, let's do desert, see what's in the cave, and what's sitting on desert ledge. See if we want to come back for that. That's usually a safe play right now. We don't have any way into the dark world. And we'll get a first look possibly at what the crabs are giving out today. No, maybe not. A lot of magic early on and a lot of arrows early on. A little bit of magic there. We'll go see the old man in the cave. We'll bomb out his section there and see what we can get. If you guys enjoy what you see tonight, feel free to consider dropping a follow, a like, or a sub on YouTube. None of it costs any money, and it does help out the stream a little bit. And we got another Triforce piece. We're a quarter of the way through this. Actually, we're what? Yeah, a quarter of the way through the seed. Come on, Retro, do some math. You can do this. I've seen you do it before. So, if everybody enjoys what they're watching tonight, feel free to consider some cheap type of support. Still no extra hearts. Would have been nice. Let's see. What do we got sitting on the ledge, and do I want to come back for it? Okay, we're gonna go out there on the. We're gonna do this. Retro has been enticed to go into desert early. I don't have a squat to deal with here, but I see something worth my time, and I might as well get it while I'm here. Let's see how we're going to do this. Take out that pot. Throw it at that thing. Come over here and beat the heck out of this thing. Grab a bomb. Please do not lock me out. Oh, there's a Triforce piece. That means that means absolutely nothing to me, because that's gonna be either a small key or a big key stuck on the. Okay, big key, little key is stuck on that. Yeah, heck. Doesn't always work out. the way I wanted to. But we're going to have to double dip this anyway because I don't have the boots to deal with that. And I'll take my bomb while I'm here. And I'm just picking up the mirror right now, really. Since I don't have access to anything else right now. Make quick work of this. So now I'm halfway to now. Now we're halfway to Dark World access. Now I have what I need for the most part. Now I just have to figure out where the hammer and the glove are. And we will be in business. And if I have a lamp I can do ag because then I can see what I'm doing. So looking at the map this evening, everything, let's see, Eastern, Pals is a crystal, Mountain is a crystal, Desert is going to be a pendant. I'm going to go up and deal with the Witch's Cave real quick because that's going to be an easy drop of the mushroom and see what she gives us for it. Then I guess we'll head down towards Eastern. We'll get a triple check down there at the hut. At least he gave me back at least one of my hearts that I lost in the process. Give that to her. Head back out. Head back in. And hopefully we got something more than 20 rupees for our troubles. And the other thing we didn't check. Oh, okay. Well, hello. I'll take that. We still haven't done Lumberjack. We still haven't done original vanilla magic mushroom. We didn't do Thieves Lair in the light world. So we have 3 places we still need to check. Still nothing good. I don't want to say this is a quick C so far because it's going to bite me in the rear end before very long. Not being negative, just being realistic. That if things go too smoothly early on, you do hit a low. And I'm waiting for my low to hit. You didn't need to take off a point of life for that one. So we'll do the hut here. Technically, we do have mountain access because I can go back and deal with the flute. Green pendant is on Skull Woods. Okay, you will not see me go there. Skull Woods is one of the few places in this game you will not find me at. And 1 medallion, so we're medallion up at the moment. Where do I want to go? We can do a little bit of Easton, at least to a certain point. It's a 10-pack of arrows. I'll take those even though I don't need them. Okay, we're going to head off into Easton now, see if we get anything decent from this. Okay. We made that pretty smooth. And first chest is a Triforce piece. That's one of the 2 items we're going to find in this dungeon. If we get enough items early on, we don't even need to finish the whole dungeon at that point. We're going to go right. I know, last seed I said that was the last time we're going to do that for a while because The big key can't always be in one spot. Now, I understand it can't be that way, but I take after my cat. If I find something in one place once before, I think I'm going to find it all the time. It was just a compass. But we'll make this work. It really doesn't hurt the time at all. We'll work our way to the left side of the dungeon, see what they have there for us. See what we got going on tonight. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Rarely do I ever hit this on 4th Street, but then every now and then I do. So let's see what this one gives us. There's the big key. There's the big key. So we're still looking for one more item. Heart piece. I want to say that's about it for this dungeon. But I think the next, well, between this and the, oh yeah, I'm not doing that. Oh yeah, we can't do that right now. Actually, there we go. I forget, this is one of those rooms I can actually handle on my own most of the time. Let's see where we're at. Come up here. And we made it through the door like I expected. No worse for wear. Let's change off of that because I do not want to accidentally backdoor my way out of this until I've checked. I'll take this. I'll try not to get my butt kicked by that. Ah, flippers, perfect. That's what we want to see. That's my second item, so I don't have to stick around here any longer. Triforce piece and the flippers. Okay, that changes things slightly. Where I would normally fake flipper right now, I don't have to fake flipper it. I can actually... Yes, I'm going to be that jerk. As the bunny would normally say. If there was an award for being in the wrong place at the wrong time always, I tell you, I would get that award in this game. And we can also check right now to see what's on the magical island I normally never get around to actually going to. And that's a heart piece, so I still have no desire to go there. Let's do this. We can hit up... Well, if we do this right... we can hit up Waterfall Cave. That could have 2 more checks for us. There's my bottle. And 20 rupees. So this puts 6 kid back into logic again. Flute can be done at the same time. I don't particularly feel like double dipping Zora and coming back over here again. But since I have my flippers, I can come back and we can do Hobo and see what Hobo has for us. we'll do that real quick, see what we come up with. I could always go back to Sanctuary after this, unlock the flute, check out what we have available with Sick Kid. We'll get one more item from that. Let's Triforce. So that's my next move, is going to be Sanctuary. Flute will give us the option to do the mountain, at least part of it. Hookshot is something now I'm going to start wanting to come across at some point. Hookshot will definitely give me a little bit of an edge. But on our way, we're going to head up to Lumberjack, Magic Mushroom, and Thieves Lair. So we'll get 3 checks up here on our way down to the Karika Village. At least I got him as good as he got me. If you know where that's from, more power to you guys. That is from The Simpsons. So let's see what we get in here. If I come back, I will get a sword. Okay. I'm not against that idea if I get that far ahead. Last time I found a sword like that was up on the mountain. It was a level 2. By the time we got around to it, it became a level 4. So we're going to go this way, check out what's in the Magic Mushroom area. What the hell. We'll take it. I don't particularly want it, but I'll take it. It does level up my hearts. Magical item's gonna be glove. Okay. Alright. I will take that. I was a little nervous about getting that and coming over here earlier, but all's paid off. Put it that way. So that's paid off to do that. Ooh, I don't want to deal with you. That's like dealing with the tax collector. I do not want to deal with that. So we are just going to go around you all together. Come back down, and we're just going to go out where I originally was going to come out from. I want nothing to do with her. An extra 5 rupees out of that. When I go up to do Zura and all that with the Goodwill, I want to make sure I have my... I want to make sure I got all my ducks in a row when I do that one. Get my 500 rupees, make sure I can go in there and just knock it all out. At least that's my plan. Now we got our duck. A duck is available to us. Let's do Sick Kid. Then I'm going to head back up to do Back of Escape. If I end up having to double dip that, more power to me. But I'm hoping I get the lamp before then. Okay, Triforce piece. Yeah, leave you alone. Okay, well you gave me my Triforce piece, so... Not going to ask where you got it from. So we're going to head on up. Back of Escape, we'll get 3 checks there. Where else do we want to go? Honestly, since I'm not going to finish Back of Escape and do anything amazing, I think I'm just going to... bomb myself in there, and I'm just going to deal with the Houlihan room. Get my 255 rupees. Okay, maybe not. Maybe the game will not do this for me today. Maybe we get something good. 20 rupees. 40 rupees in the map to nowhere. So coming back to do double dip and back of escape is now going to be something I'm going to need to do. Since I'm going to try that again, I might as well get my hearts. See if we can hit the Houlihan room this time. Houlihan's going to put us back at our house when we're done. So what should our game plan be? What should our plan be? If we go back to that to our house, we can do Zora. We can do the Goodwill. I mean, knock Goodwill out. Goodwill would put us back over by things over by Goodwill down to Waterfall Cave. We can come back over this way again, and good question where we want to go from there. A couple of options what we can do. Ooh, we got close on that one. So we're going to go up there and take care of this. Oh, I took a kidney shot on that one. We get 2 checks of Goodwill. We get the ledge, which has blue staff. Boy, we can knock him into next week, can't we? And hopefully we don't get crap out of Goodwill. The last thing I need is to get a 20 rupee out of it after giving up 500. I never understood why the game thought that was a good roll of the dice. Once again, nothing good out of the Goodwill. We can do go back out to Sanctuary, and then we can do the way up to the mountain. We'll take out the old man out that way. That's an option for us. We still don't have any boots, however, so Bonk Cave is out of the question. Don't have the right type of glove to do King's Tomb right now, because that would be in logic if we had the gold glove. So right now we're just going to come up here, do this the old-fashioned way, see what the old crab's got for us tonight. The old crab just took a day off. Okay. Okay then. Come up here. Come on. There we go. Did I go too high trying to get there? It sure looks like it. So when we get to this room, come down, come up this way. and out the door. See, this is one of the few that I actually can handle. And with the old man. Red boomerang. I'll be limited what I can do right now on the mountain, but I'm still willing to do my one check that I can do. Actually, there's 2 checks I can do, plus I have a tablet, plus I have Hera. I take back what I'm saying. I have plenty of options up on the mountain. I don't know what I'm talking about. And we have Triforce Piece, which I will knock out first. For no other reason than I can do it, and no one's here to stop me from doing it. So we'll grab this real quick. Drop down again. Drop down here. We'll do this check. This will be a quick one. Whenever I can get off to other side of the mountain, I'll have a couple more checks available to me. We could do Hera right now. Oh, you guys are just jerks. Now I want to kill you just because you've been a jerk to me. Like I said, is it possible to be in the wrong place at the wrong time every time? I can tell you from experience, yes you can, and sit back and watch me do it. What I'm going to also do now, just curiosity purposes, when I get to the Dark World, I'm just going to take a peek at the map, see what I'm working with, and we'll plan out a Dark World attack. Let's see here. Green's up in Skullwoods, you'll never see me there. Another one's in Ice Palace, you shouldn't have to see me there. Thieves will probably be the first thing that opens up to me. Swamp will be opened up to me as well, down by Crystal 5. That's both red crystals that would open up an extra spot on the tomb, on the temple for me. So we have a couple options this evening. Here is going to be probably the last thing I check, because I'm probably going to do the check with the book first. On the offset that we have something amazing sitting there waiting for me. Come on. See what we get. Another heart. Okay. Now we head over into Hera and see what lovely magic that will give me this evening. Actually, let's check what's back here on the off chance I can get in there. Did we get a key early on? Yes, we do. We'll get early bomb. See, that helps me out along the way. That was a complete, utter failure of a mistake. Try that again. Did I get it? I barely got it. And I'm not going to touch anything because I did not want to screw that up any more than I had screwed up already. I've had the other times that it looked better than that and still didn't get it, so. I'll take this minor victory while I still have it. I promise you I'm going to use the blue cane when I go into the next room. Because I don't have any room for failure here. Okay, well that worked out a little better than I was hoping. I'm gonna get, let's see, one shot there, one shot there, one shot there. Come on, come on over, come on, you can do it. You can come over. Really? The one shot I want to actually get at you, and there's no possible way of me using my magic because I don't have enough. Okay, I see how this is going to be. I don't have anything that I can use. So I use my one thing I do have, and that's my weapon. There are many like it, but this one is mine. Take my bomb with me. Okay. My goal, rush through this as quickly and safely as I can. In that order, safely and quickly. The name of the game is quickly and safely when you have a half a heart left to your name. Ooh, that was probably closer than I wanted it to be. Don't take any damage right now. Now I'm going to head on up. I'll cheese this a little bit. We're going to cheese this. I'm going to drop down here. Get my fairy so I get some extra life. Come right back up there again. And we're just going to tackle the big chest and work our way up. I'm gonna have to be that guy right now. Drop down here. Keep myself pointing in this direction. Oh great, Moldorf is gonna have an item on it. That's what I want. Didn't get any magic out of the deal though. Well, that gives me the magic I wanted. Now I got magic and I got... Well, if I get low I can just use the magic cane, so... As long as this guy is nice to me on some level. If he was going to be nice to me on some level. Should have went looking for the boots, that way I could have got a level 3 sword. That would have probably helped. Three, 4, 5, 6. Okay. That is splendid. That's one way of getting the job done. You left me a heart. We cleared out the whole thing, so there really isn't anything more for me here. Yeah, there's nothing more left for me here. So, we move on to... I think where we move on to now. If I had the lamp, I would be more than happy to take on Agra right now and open up. So, we did as much as we can do on the mountain right now. Desert stuck behind, desert we could do the back of desert. So that's an option. We'll see if there's anything on the bars. We'll do that. That wouldn't be too difficult for us to accomplish. Like I said, we're halfway through, a little more than halfway through, and I'm still wondering where we're going to find the key to progression in this seed. Hook shot. Can we get through hook shot? Hookshot Cave will have a bunch, 5 checks for us. Shin Cave, once we get into the Dark World, we'll have 5 checks. So that's 10 checks right off the bat that we will be able to do. Where in the hell am I going? I think that's right now a valid question. Where the hell am I going? Okay. Now that I know where the heck I'm going, now with no life, there's 2 checks I can still do in the Dark World in Misery Mire area. I don't know if I have access to Misery Mire, but I can at least get into Checkerboard Cave, and I can get into... what's the other place? Oh, thank you. I need a little help there. Like I said, we can get into... well, there's 1 check that I can get into just outside Misery Mire, and I have Checkerboard Cave available to me in the Light World. I'm going to be smart right now. Let's get my fairy here so I can get some extra life, so when I go back there I got something at least to work with. Okay, it's being nice to me. I'll take that. So we could do back of desert, which shouldn't be a big deal to us. We'll take 1 here. So hopefully I don't take any damage along the way. There'll be another one later on that'll be top right. So do I really want to know what's going on outside? Probably not. This one is top right. And this is about as far as I'll be able to get because I don't have access to a boat yet. Bow is keeping us from finishing desert. It's keeping us from finishing pod in the Dark World. If I had access to it, it's definitely keeping us from finishing Eastern Palace. So we still need boots. We still need a bow. Can I even do this? No, I can't. Okay, that was a big old waste of my time. That whole plan went right down the drain. Okay, we can't do Eastern, we can't do Desert, we beat Mountain. We don't have a hook shot to get across or a hammer. The only thing in Dark World we had access to was part of the mountain. Only a partial of the mountain. Aggers is lamp locked for me particularly. Now, where do we go? Where do I go at this point? If I had the hammer, I would be able to at least attack the hammer. So, let me think, where do I want to go? Because I don't have that much options. I don't know where to go right now. What I need to do is figure out where I can get a glove, a hammer, or the lamp. That is, and the lamp is probably the most annoying thing of the whole. Well, what we're going to do, as much of a pain in the rear end it's going to be for me, I cannot handle this alone. So we're going to pull up Google and we're going to once again attempt to learn how to do some of these dark rooms. I always use, because I still need to learn this whole thing. Here we go, that's the one I want. Visit. Because we're going to have to do the dark rooms again, and I knew I was going to have to double dip this whole thing, but for as knowing how to do this, I'm not good with it. We'll go back to the house. We'll do. I guess we'll do the dark rooms. Back of escape. I don't see many options. I don't have a way to do hook shot. I don't have boots. I don't have a lamp, and I don't have a gold glove. So I really don't have too many options that I'm seeing. I could be wrong, but I'm not seeing another option particularly. So now I'm going to have to start thinking of things that I don't have access to due to my limitations versus the game. And we're going to see how well we make this whole thing work. Did that work at all? Where am I? There I am. Okay, let's hold on for a second. I think I may have made some progress here. Okay, this is the only room that I know that if I... It would be nice to be able to see what the heck was going on around me. There we go. The hell was that when I needed it? Well, at least I have a glove, but the hell was I when that was supposed to happen? Okay, I see nothing else here I really want to mess with, honestly. I got something out of that. I would like to call that a win at this point. I got the other glove. That opens up a couple of things for me. I'm just going to be happy with that at the moment. Now, this is not going to be a quick seed at all, but I didn't want to do that. I didn't want to go there. I want a sanctuary. Right? Let's do Sanctuary because Sanctuary gives us access to the village. That can get us into the Dark World. That could open up a couple of things in the Dark World for us to deal with. Give us a little side quest while we figure out where we're going to get boots and everything else under the sun. Honestly, when I get to that point, I don't know where to go. If I haven't done Back of Escape, that is the play I try to make with my dark room map. And I hope for the best out of it. We can do Kermit the Frog. We can do... Let's see. We can do Kermit the Frog. Off me. Stop it. Stop it. There we go. We can do Thieves. We can do Kermit the Frog. We can take the chest to the Man by the Desert. Now we can do the checkerboard stuff I wanted to do earlier. Oh shoot, I didn't have to do all that. You ever have a moment where you think you have to go one way and find out you don't have to? Now we're just going to track ourselves back this way and then do what we need to do. You don't start with me. I'm in no mood for you. I'm in no mood for you either. I'll take your rupees. Since I have my glove, boom. That works for me. It would have been nice to have the hammer, however. That would have saved me a lot of headache, too. Okay, here's the chess game. 100 rupees, I'll get an item. Whether it's useful or not is a different story. Okay, only cost me 10? 10 rupees? Okay. That didn't cost me very much at all to give it a go. Thieves is now open. We'll do this because this is going to give me a check. Got my bomb back in the process. This check has for me nothing good. Where did we see the Triforce piece earlier that I wanted to come back for? Therein lies the question. Take Kermit the Frog with us. Come on, Kermit. We gotta go someplace. I can't do peg caves. I don't have the hammer for that. But we are working through this as best we can. Looks like a slow night, pretty much. Half magic. I have that. I think that's all we had for item wise. Mushroom, 1 medallion, 2 canes, half magic, gloves, moon pearl. Yep, that's everything. Now can I backdoor around? Can I backdoor around this? Good to know that I can. Doesn't really do me much good, I'm just realizing. Let's take that. Who wants to get up? We're gonna head down. If I drop off the chest, will they let me play the game? I don't remember if they do or not. It's not following no more. Okay, don't take my money. Come on, chest. We'll go find someplace that we want to be actually accepted. Careful with my chest. This way we can check a couple of other things while we're here. We have a check over here we can still do. I can drop this off here and come back for it. 300 rupees I don't really need. I hope that don't come back to bite me in the rear end, that I don't take that. I try not to pick a fight when I don't need to. We're gonna head on up. Another Triforce piece, that's 12. I still got 10 quality checks at least, plus what I'm carrying, plus I have access to thieves, which is usually a quality move. And I'm about one away from offsetting what I did with the hand room. That off. See the old man. There's my arrows. Everything right now is starting to go Millhouse on me. Since I'm here, and my inner self would not forgive me for this, let's go and check Shin Cave and see what that has to offer. Shin Cave usually has at least one good item out of the mess. Usually. usually something decent. Full ton of money. Single Triforce piece. Not the best Shin Cave I've ever dealt with, but I will accept what I can get out of it. We'll go the long way around, I suppose. We'll head back up to, actually, we still have, well, we have access to, top of cemetery still. We still have access to thieves. Trying to think what else we have access to. There's at least another room, house over here we can still check. On my way up to dealing with thieves. This house will have a check for us. Plus we have hookshot still going to be in play at some point. Nope. Not dealing with you. Not dealing with you. Things like that sometimes, deciding to go into thieves and just deal with that becomes easier when you're being chased by somebody who wants to steal your money. This is not how I learned to do this dungeon. Usually the first rooms to the right is usually the way they normally do it. For some reason I start going to the back and working my way across the back as a sweep. Then I make my way up and say, I'll deal with that and see what that gives me. And I come back down this way like this. I look like a giant peach. The peach wears off by the time I get up the stairs usually. Like I said, I've done this before. Big key. So we hit all the dungeon pieces up front, which is nice. Knowing everything else is going to be good for us. Get some keys. I don't like the fact that I still don't have my hammer. And this may limit what I can do in thieves. Might. But we'll see what we can knock out of this. Get the key. It's 2 keys. So there's one room I can't check, and if I can hit 2 items, it will save me from having to go that way. And I can only hope it's going to work out that way. And this is a rare opportunity. I might make it through this without actually getting hit by anything. That is a miracle. So that's 3. Every now and then the miracle happens. I do appreciate when it does happen. There's something unusual for me to see happen. Boy, those things don't die easily, do they? 4 hits of the Master Sword at full power just to take one out. Get the rupees, that's the first item, unfortunately. Easton and Pod would be in play, but at least Easton I have access to, so we can still do that. We can still beat the boss, so that's still in logic. I have no secrets around that. Let's see. Make it through that whole section without being touched by one of those objects. And then that thing hits me instead. Always the case. If the other two enemies leave me alone, I'll let them live. I can't do that back room because I don't have the hammer. I asked for a hammer earlier, nobody wanted to give me a hammer. My heart's back. Shield. I think fighting this battle might be a futile waste of time. But, you know what? So be it. I'll take the time. I only have 13 so far. I don't have hookshot to take on. But we'll just make do with what I have. Two, and if I need to, which I'm definitely going to have to. And that's another shield, so not overly helpful. I do believe there was nothing else to be had in that dungeon, so coming back to this to find that big chest is not on my bucket list at all. I guess I'll go up and do not back of escape, but I'll do I'll go deal with top of cemetery cave and see if that has anything for me. Before I do that, let's do this. Let's see what's on top of the ledge. Heart piece, no desire to come back for that. No desire to come back and get the heart piece. Let's just say that right now. Having access to all the stones makes my life a whole heck of a lot easier. Heck of a lot easier. That was dumb. That was dumb. And we're gonna get more money. More money of which we don't need. Now we'll be back in the same spot again. Swamp we can do. swamp we can get into, because I can go dump the water and go inside. Let's see. I'm not going to Skullwoods. It can't make me, even though it's telling me that's my best play at the moment. I could do Ice Palace if I wanted to go in there and putz around in there for a bit. I'll mark that off. I already did that. I took care of him too. I'll just knock that off the list. I could finish up Desert. I could do Eastern. So I got some light world areas I can still hit. I could do Ice Palace. I finished Thieves. Thieves wasn't all that helpful to me. I could do Pod. Pod's on my list of things to do. That's a possibility. But I need to get the hammer before I can even get into and the other thing I want to try to do is try to figure out Lamp. Trying to figure out what my options are. That's what I need to figure out. Where do I want to go? That's the question. Things I haven't done that I still need to do. Eastern Palace, Desert, Dig Game. I do have access to... Let's see. I still have access to Checkerboard. It don't matter where I start. It don't matter where I start. I'm gonna do Checkerboard and Dark World and Checkerboard Cave over by Misery Mire. I wanted to do that earlier. I might as well do it now that I have my gloves. I'd be curious if I can get in there too, but I might as well check this out and see what I can do. Ice Palace is an option to me as well. Skullwoods I'm not going to go into. I don't want to deal with that. That's always last resort for me, and I still feel like I can avoid that at all costs anyway. Triforce and Triforce. Okay, well, that worked out for me. I'll take that. Now we'll go over and check on Checkerboard. I can do Swamp if I want to. What's in here? Is there anything I need to worry, concern myself about? Nope, that's a fairy. That shows you how often I come over here. I don't even know what's in there. So we'll come over here. Checkerboard, see what Checkerboard has for me. Okay. That's nice. Yeah. Hitting those three like that opens up I could do east. No. That would have been too nice, just falling in there. Um, let me do my dig game that I couldn't do before. They wouldn't let me play with my little chest behind me. Which was quite rude on my part, I believe. You think you could just leave the chest behind, they'll let you play the game, but not so lucky. So we're going to do the chess game real quick. See how we want to play this. I have access to, I can do Swamp, I can do Ice Palace, I can do... Yeah, Swamp and Ice Palace I think are the two big ones. So, one of those will probably be my next play. Swamp or Ice Palace. Let's drop down here. At least you get some money back when you play this game at least. Come on, give me something not crappy. Okay, that's not crappy. Okay. Okay, I'm still digging apparently. Time for me to go. Okay, I will go. Let's go up the desert. Let's try out my shiny new hookshot. See if there's anything worthwhile here before I go to Swamp. Swamp is still on the top of my bucket list. It's just, what do I find along the way that sets me in its sidetracks a different direction? Come on, there we go. This, come on, like this. And I can do dark and light side of this side of the mountain, so perhaps at some time I'll actually mix up my different options, mix up the rooms and all. But right now, some of these seeds just seem like a struggle to begin with. Okay, 4 in a row. I can't remember the last time I ever had 4 in a row like that. So, wait, is there more up there? Did I almost walk away from doing 5 chests? Oh, that would have been a mistake if I had done that. That would have been a mistake. 18. Well, that would have been a big mistake if had I done that. Lessons were, well, lessons didn't need to be learned that time. Sometimes Pepper's Farms learns on his own. You know what? I know how to get the hookshot cape a lot easier. Come to think of it. How about we go up here? Not die to these two. If I remember the pattern. That's a heart, I don't need that. If I remember the pattern sequence. Wait, I don't have the glove. I don't have the hammer for this. And I think that was just a mistake right there. Just don't have patience for you people no more. I did not need that, but I took it anyway. I did not need it, but I took it because I could. This is going to drop me down for a single check. Did not do anything good for me. I am so loaded on bombs, I don't even need the bombs for that. But this will drop me down here so I can do the Dark World side of things. Which can only help me at this point. Now I should be able to make it up to the Dark Light World this way, I would think. Got 2 checks here. One is going to be, I think, a fairy cave. Oh wait, I can cheese this. This I smell cheese. Oh. It's not cheese if you don't use the right tool for the job. If you don't use the right tool for the job, it's not cheese. It is not Gouda, it is not cheddar, it is just you making a big mistake. The bottle will not get you what you want. 100 rupees. Triforce piece. Let's see if there is a way to get me to... Oh, even I could do that, I can't do it because I don't have... Oh no, I can. I can. I am wrong. Yet again. Let's do hook shot. Let's do this one because we can. There's a shovel. There's gotta be at least one Triforce piece in this whole thing. Oh, there's my boots. That would have been handy about an hour ago. Nope, that did not help me at all. That was a big old waste of freaking time. And with the shovel and the boots, I am amazed that I'm holding on so well right now without having access to since I don't have access to my hammer like I always like to have on my seeds. Nor did I ever find the freaking lamp. That would have been nice. So I still have Swamp as an option. I still have Ice Rod as Ice Powers as an option. Oh man. Where do I want to go? Well, since I have everything now, I might as well do the King's Tomb and see what bit of loveliness was left behind for me since I didn't have my freaking boots earlier. Let's see what was left behind in door number 2. Oh, great. Now I get the lamp. So that's how we're going to play this. That's how we want to be. Okay, I see how this is. So, my options, Ice Powers or Swamp. That's all that's left for me right now that I want to do. Yeah, I still have... let's go do... Let's do Ice Palace. How about that? I've been making so many bad decisions half this game anyway. Let's add one more to the pile. I have a fire rod. I have an ice rod, a fire rod, so I have access with half magic, so we can do a little bit of damage in this place. Let's take that. All I need is one Triforce piece anyway, so I'm sure each dungeon has at least one to pick from. I would like to think that each one has one. I would like to think that each dungeon has at least one let's see, do I have a fairy left? I got that, so let's use that. That'll get my hearts up and going again. Ooh, that was a mistake. That was the mistake I did not want to make. Okay. Now, I believe every dungeon has at least one Triforce piece in it. And if everyone has at least one Triforce piece in it, there should be no reason why I can't benefit from how about I just come over here and throw my freaking bomb and try not to die in the process of throwing said bomb. There we go. Ooh, 2 for 2 on that one. Take my heart, take some magic, grab my rupee. Oh joy, this room. I'm gonna waste my magic on this because you know, and it doesn't even stop me from taking freaking damage. I think I lose more life in that one room. Oh, this is going to be painful. Well, at least we got through it. I I know it wasn't pretty, but we got through it. None of them ever drop a heart. That would be helpful. And I haven't found a single chest yet, so... Does anybody give me... Oh, fairy, that's what I need. I'll take a fairy. Now, do we go left or up? Do I go left or go up? Let's go up. Up could be a mistake. Up is going to be a mistake, but I'll just go down. Down to put me someplace useful. Okay. Now that we've made every mistake in the book, okay, I think it's official we made every mistake in the book at this point. I'll waste a bomb. I don't think it's going to do anything for me. I didn't think it was. Here's the big key. Take one more bit of damage. We'll go right back up where we came from. To which we can't do anything because we don't have the hammer. Where we came from, we probably should have went left, but with the big key, you know what? How about we just start that all over again? This time we won't go up. Once you have full magic here, I'm bound to find at least one. Triforce piece. There's gotta be at least one in here someplace. Bombos is gonna end up being my friend before this scene's over. Okay, that's going to take care of everything in the room. Except for the one thing that keeps wanting to hit me. I forget how they do this. I'm not wasting magic to find out either. How about that? I'm not wasting my magic to learn that one. I gotta watch the book how they do that more. I'm ready. At least I know what I'm walking into this time around. I can use this to see if I can. Alright, we'll pull down. Just trying to think this out just a little bit. It's a shame these people only give out I'll get at least one heart up there. And I'll grab another heart down here. Sometimes oh hell. I promise you we're not going to go up this time, we're going to go left. This time we're going to turn left at Albuquerque. To stay alive just long enough to figure out where I need to go. That's the key. All they're going to give me is 20 rupees for all that work. This time we're going left and we're not looking back. Let's see here. Let's try that again. I have the big key. Yes, I do. I will. No, that's not what I wanted to do. But as long as I didn't teleport myself back to the beginning again. Which is just as bad as morphing back to the beginning. Okay. I see what you're putting down. You can see this is not my strong suit, and I know personal experience, if I try to do Skull Woods, I'm just going to be so tilted on that I honestly do not even bother with Skull Woods. Namely for that reason. We just gotta get ourselves a full container of magic. That's what I want. Fairy. Get through the doors in one piece. Namely, that's what I want to do, is just get through there in one piece. Really? Cool. I'll just drop down here. I'm gonna do this again. At least I have no issues dealing with it. Ooh, why do I need bombs? Damn, this is just freaking horrible. I know people say, oh, you're rushing through this, but it's not rushing as much as just... Well, probably is rushing. What the hell am I talking about? Let's keep it real. Let's be honest. Self-reflection 2020. But always leave the fire rod available at any given time until you realize you don't need that. Find what you're looking for and just swing for the fences. What do we get? What do we get? Come on, give me something good. Give me something good. Something I can use. Okay, 1 heart. I'll take 1 heart. Go left. I'm going to stay to the side. Now, I'm going to remember I have to get those little bastards. There we go. That's my key. Didn't I just say I needed bombs before? Okay. Let's see what's going on. Okay, I'm not dealing with this no more. Should have went to swamp when I could have went to swamp. It don't matter where I start, because I'm just gonna go flute myself where I need to go to get Dark World access. And we're just gonna go to swamp, and I'm gonna have a much better time dealing with swamp than I am with Ice Palace. Sometimes you kind of have to know when you're licked on a level. And I said to myself, make sure you have your bombs. Did self listen? No. Did self decide to go back to the light world and go to the pond of happiness and find some happiness? Nope. So I'm just gonna go to swamp, and I'm sure swamp's gotta have at least something for me. I have the shovel, so on the way I might... You know what we didn't check? The tablet up on the mountain. Not mountain, on desert. We didn't do that. Probably should have done that. Had I thought that far ahead. But we'll see what we get. At the rate my seed has gone, I'm just going to do that one little section. And I'll just see if there's anything. Before I go into the swamp and finish this thing off the way I probably should have to begin with. I tell you, that one room though, however, just talk about something that just owns you. I tell you, that thing just owns me for some reason. Let's go into the swamp. Let's find the last piece of the puzzle and knock this out. Hopefully everybody's still enjoying the seed tonight. If you are, feel free to drop a follow, like, sub on YouTube. Subs are free on YouTube. It's kind of like a follow. Don't cost anything. Just helps me out along the way. If you want to. No pressure if you don't. Okay, we're going to go down the stairs. Should have kept more bombs on hand earlier. Coulda, shoulda, woulda. Boom. Should have done that from the beginning. Oh, I wanted to do that about 25 minutes ago, but I wanted to get more familiar with ice powers. Nothing wrong with that. I'm not even going to be mad about that because at some point I had to learn the system and how ice powers works, and someday I'm going to have to learn how that one room can't possibly own me the whole rest of my life. So 155.58, we're probably closer to 153. That scene was a little painful for me, I'm not gonna lie. It wasn't a bad scene, it just owned me. But let's keep it real. It just kicked my rear end for whatever reason. So, with that said, we made it through the scene, not a problem. Let's see here, where are we going to do for the night? We're just going to quickly bounce through. Let's see, we'll just bounce through this a little bit. We'll get to the good stuff. See what the good stuff has for us this evening. And then we'll see where we're going to raid off to this evening. Let's just get through all this down to the good stuff. We'll figure out where we're going to go. Oh, I got my leg bent now. Left my leg in one position a little too long and now it fell asleep on me. We never found the hammer though. I am kind of curious where the hammer ended up being. I guess we can look that up if you guys want. The hammer tonight that I never did find was sitting on Ice Palace. So Ice Palace had key, map, heart, one Triforce piece on the boss. That's one horrible way to get a Triforce piece. I figured it had at least two pieces in there to be had. Ooh, that was painful. So we never found that. What else did we find that we were looking for? Oh, I had the mirror. I should have put that in there. we got the lamp late. There was no point going up to Aga because... Oh, you know what? Let's see what Pyramid had. Pyramid had... Let's see here. What else did we have for Pyramid? Pyramid had a bottle. Had we decided to go down the road and take out the two red crystals, we would have had a Triforce piece and a piece of heart. Let's see. Let's see. Dig Game had the hook shot, which we found. We never went into Pod. Pod had three Triforce pieces, but we weren't able to do that without finding Hammer, so that was locked. It's horrible. You had to go back and take out the boss to get the last Triforce piece. I'm getting the feeling I did that about as difficult of a way as possible. Swamp had one piece also, just happened to be in that first check. No way was I going to go after Skull Woods. But yeah, it was a seed tonight. I enjoyed just about every seed. This one was just lower on the please give me it again type of seed. Let's see, 52 seconds we got our first upgrade. Leaf Boots, early Flute, early Mirror. Let's see, here we got two Master Sword boss kills. More damage than I wanted to take tonight. A lot of magic used. One death. One fairy revival. Let's see. 107 checks. 153.34. I guess it was okay of a seed. I don't like the way I went about trying to I'm not sure I'm crazy about how I went to try to get that last one though. I mean, I probably did it as difficult as possible to get the last seed, the last piece of the puzzle. That's more of a thing against myself than the game.